About 8 months ago, Mystic7 posted a video called Pokemon Go Rainy Day Challenge, and today it's pretty rainy, so that's what we're gonna, this is stupid. Since the gym system is a little bit different now than it was before, I'm not going to be focused on keeping the 10 gyms at once because it's not as important, but I am going to take 10 gyms, and I have a few things that I'm going to talk about while we're doing that. I also want to talk about why Blissey is actually not the best defender, the new update, the APK mind, and actually why Pidgey is the best defender. Before we do any of that, if you watched my last video, you know that I'm about to get to level 37. I'm going to throw a lucky egg on, I'm going to get to level 37 finally halfway through the game, and then we're going to go take 10 gyms. We did it! It doesn't feel that impactful, honestly, but it's really cool. First gym is the Dragonite Gyarados. We're gonna take it down with a couple legendary birds. I'm bringing in Articuno and Zapdos. I guess someone added a Blissey right now as we're doing this. This is gonna be fun. This is already gonna be great. A very good day. And since Blissey has just been added to this gym while I'm battling, I figure now is a good time as any to talk about my first point, and that's that I don't think Blissey and Chansey are good defenders anymore. First gym down, I'm actually going to leave a Chansey in this gym, not because I think it's a good defender, but because I want it to die and I want it to stay dead. I'll explain at the next gym. All right. Battle number 2 is looking a lot similar to the previous battle. We're starting off with a Blissey, and then I think there is 2 other things. I forgot what they were. I'm gonna talk about why I think Chansey and Blissey specifically are terrible gym defenders. And the number one reason that is because Blissey's and Chanseys stay in gyms an incredibly long amount of time because they're hard to beat, and that's not what you want to be doing in gym battles anymore. You don't want your gyms to hold their spots forever and ever. You want your gym defenders to faint so they can come back to you so you can get your coins now. So holding gyms for an extremely long time isn't beneficial. And also the main reason why I want my Chanseys and my Blisseys fainted at all times is so that the app doesn't suggest them to me as I'm going back into a raid battle. I don't want Chanseys, I don't want Blisseys, so if they're fainted, can't suggest it to me. I already see that gym that I just took has been taken back with a Pidgey. Now's a good time for me to talk about why I think Pidgey is actually a really great defender. I'm gonna go find a different gym though, and I'm gonna talk about it there. All right, we're at the next gym. We got quite an interesting matchup of weird cretins in here. I'm gonna talk about why Pidgey is actually the best defender. Now, I know Pidgey is obviously not an actual good defender in the traditional sense of it's gonna last a long time. That's clearly not the case. That's not what Pidgey is gonna be good for. But because Pidgey is such a traditionally bad defender, I actually think that makes it a pretty good defender. Number one, it attracts players to come and take your gym, which is what you want right now. You want people to take your gym, to knock your defenders out of the gym so you can get your bonuses. Number two, you don't have to waste resources on them healing them up again. Just let them be fainted, evolve them for experience later, and then transfer them. Another reason why Pidgey is so good is because it's so common. You can find them anywhere, but to be fair, any Pokemon that you plan on transferring out is gonna be just as good a defender as Pidgey is. Since the raid game is like the main thing that you do in Pokemon Go right now, it's like the main objective of the game, you really need to save your potions and your revives for your attackers, not your defenders. The defender game is just not the best way to play the game. The rewards you get are really lackluster, especially compared to the rewards you get from the raid bosses, which are a ton of experience and legendary and cool Pokemon with potentially really good IVs. Gym number 3 down, Pidgey in place. We're about to head off to the 4th gym. We're gonna talk about the new update in Pokemon Go as well. We're at gym number 4 currently, and a new update recently came out with a new APK mine as well, which shares a lot of really cool bug fixes and a lot of cool, interesting stuff about the future of Pokemon Go. The first thing we're gonna talk about is the bug fixes that happened, because there was a lot of them, and if they really are fixed, and hopefully there are no other new bugs introduced, I really think it's gonna improve the quality of the game. As far as the bug fixes that come along with the new update, they're pretty extensive, so if they really do work and there are no new bugs introduced, I really think it's gonna improve the Pokemon Go gameplay. The bug fixes are, a confirmation dialog now appears when attempting to transfer costumed Pokemon. That means your Pikachu with the party hats and the Ash hats and the whatever hats. If you want to try to transfer those Pokemon, the app will give you a little bit of a warning to let you know, hey, are you sure you really want to do this? Because I need to really... Costume Pokemon can no longer be mass transferred. Resolved a bug causing occasional network errors while battling a gym. I'm like 100% sure that bug is still going to remain. It's just always been an issue. Resolved a bug causing raid battle lobbies to display the incorrect number of trainers preparing for battle. Please, for the love of God, let this one be real. Resolved a bug where some curveballs weren't registering properly. This one's actually pretty huge because during raid battles, every little percentage chance you get that's a boost to help you catch the raid boss is extremely crucial, and the multipliers really add up. So having that curveball count is one of the few things that you can do to help control the outcome of catching the Pokemon. And various bug fixes and performance updates. Hopefully not too many new bugs are introduced, and that's it for the update. There's a lot of really cool things, but more importantly, the APK mon was just a little bit more interesting. Let's go talk about that. But I guess first we're gonna catch a Crobat. I mean, like, I'm not gonna not catch a Crobat. I'm trying to save all my Pinap berries for Generation 3, but sometimes on Stage 2 evolutions, you know what I mean? You just gotta do it. You just gotta do it. You know, just gotta do it. That is caught with 20 candy, and IVs are a big old poop fest. All right, back to Gym 5. And we're at Gym 5. We have Gyarados, Vaporeon, Charizard. But the main thing that I wanted to talk about while we're here is the APK mine, which talks about Deoxys, cast form, and really a super crucial part to Pokemon, which is different forms. In the APK mine, the Silph Road and the Pokemon Go hub both found sort of the same thing. I'm gonna link both of those in the description below so you can check that out for yourself. But Deoxys and cast form, who both have alternate forms in Generation 3, have the code for their alternate forms put into the game. Now, I don't think this means Deoxys and cast form are going to be coming anytime particularly soon, but the fact that their forms are in the game leads us to believe that they will be available within the next few months, or at least when Gen 3 officially drops in full. Cast form has 4 forms: normal, rainy, sunny, and snowy. And Deoxys has 4 forms as well: normal, defense, attack, and speed. Now, both of these Pokemon have interesting forms for Pokemon Go because their forms rely on things that aren't really in Pokemon Go. Cast form's form relies on the weather, and as of right now, there's no ability in the game to really affect the weather or change the weather or notice the weather. Now, this may mean attacks like Rain Dance and Sunny Day are going to be implemented into the game, but it could also mean that the weather in the real world is going to take place in the Pokemon Go game. And I honestly think that would be really, really cool if it's raining outside like it is today, even though right now it's really not really raining anymore. But if that were the case, you'd be able to find the rainy cast form. Or if it was sunny, you'd be able to find the sunny cast form, or that's what your cast form would just automatically be if the weather with those situations. I'm not really sure how they'll do it, but either way, it's interesting and something to look forward to. Now, the other Pokemon is Deoxys, which is sort of like the Mewtwo, if you will, of Generation 3. But the interesting thing is that there's an attack form, a defense form, and a speed form. And right now, there is no speed stat in Pokemon Go. There's only attack, defense, and stamina. So does this mean that speed is going to be implemented in the game? Please, please let speed somehow be implemented into the game. But if that's the case, that might mean that the battle system as a whole is getting a rework, which is something that we desperately need. More important than Generation 3, more important than I think anything, is a good, strong battle system. Before we have PvP, we need a battle system that is at least somewhat competitive and relies on a little bit more strategy than just tapping and swiping. But that was only our 5th gym. We still have 5 more to go. If you haven't noticed already, each time I've been battling a gym, there's been different music playing. I'm trying to figure out a specific music that I can play every time I battle a gym or take a raid. So if you like any of the music choices today, let me know which one you like, because I'm gonna choose that one as my gym battling and raiding music from now on. This one's gonna be pretty easy though, but today I have to go to Cloud City, which is a comic book store near me, to talk about some future video things that we're doing. So I'm gonna do that, and luckily there is a gym right there. So let's do that. We're at Cloud City, but it's looking like the gym here is already Valor. You know what? This counts. It's fine. I didn't put a Pidgey in. I put a Wobbuffet in because it seemed like there's a little bit of a theme going on in this gym of just pink and a lot of stamina. This is going to be our 6th gym, and then we have 3 more to go.
This is the way to stop me from killing you. They should have these giant, like, sticky buns that have a bunch of nuts on top of them. You also have that. Awesome. Yeah, so I got one Entei. I got an unknown finally. It's a circle, and then it's got the line up and the thing down like this. Yeah. I got that dick.
But the Entei has 89%. It's good IVs, bad moves, but I'm gonna try to get a few more.
You're never gonna use it for anything though.
It's a good fire attacker.
It's not better than Flareon, is it?
I think it is. Aaron is the owner of Cloud City. He's been a good friend for a while, really helped me get into Magic for a while. I was playing Magic. He's honestly one of the main reasons why I became vegan. Overall, good guy. We're working on a video, just like a 60-second spot for his shop, Cloud City. So keep an eye out for that. If you haven't read Saga yet, you really need to. If you read comics, you probably know about Saga and Brian K. Vaughan, but if you don't, if you're not into comics, I highly suggest it even more. It's just a great story, super good. We are at a Weezing raid right now. Now I know this is not a gym battle, but the Weezing's gonna be gone pretty soon, and I really wanna try to get in as many raids as possible, or at least like 1 or 2 a day, so that I can potentially get an EX pass from YouTube because I still don't have one. So we're gonna take this Weezing, we are going to take the gym that's beneath it, and we're gonna move on. The gym has restored itself, Weezing gone and captured. We got a Chansey, Raticate, Charmeleon, and a Furret here. I'm gonna take this gym down real quick. That is if we don't get errored out. God! After about 800 network errors, I'm giving up on this and we're gonna go to another gym number 8. Okay, well since that last one didn't quite work, we're at another one where we can just drop a little Pidgey in there, move on with our lives, on to gym 9. We are at gym number 9, taking down one of the last of the gyms. We have one more for the day. I haven't checked to see how many of my defenders are still in gyms yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and guess probably not too many. And we are finally here at the final gym of the day. 10 gyms in one day. But just to recap today, new update, pretty cool. New APK mine, pretty cool. Let your Chansey stay fated. Use garbage Pokemon as defenders. Those are my tips for the day. So after our day of trying to get 10 gyms, we lost 2 of them. That's okay. Those were at West Park. I was sort of expecting those to go because those gyms go extremely quickly. But 8 out of 10 isn't that bad. And we've been doing this for a couple hours now. Anyway, I'm gonna go make a vegan buffalo chicken pizza because I'm starving. It is 2:30 in the afternoon and I haven't eaten yet today. But thanks for watching. New videos every Friday. Subscribe if you want.